Sorry. Sounded like someone was drilling into my wall.
Welcome back, BVB Army. Welcome back to our channel, BVB Army Hearts to Hearts. I'm Ruth.
And it's your girl, Nicole.
And BVB Army, we have an amazing guest with us today. If you cannot see, we have the one, the only Lilith Czar.
Woo! Hi, ladies. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be on this podcast. I've heard just the best stuff about you guys, and I'm thrilled to be here chatting with you.
I know we said this earlier, but thank you again for taking the time off your busy schedule and stuff and coming on our show. It really means a lot to us, so thank you.
It's my absolute pleasure.
Well, I guess we'll just kind of dive in the questions that we have for you. So obviously you've been in love with music for since a young little girl.
Yeah.
Do you remember the moment you realized music was what you wanted to do with the rest of your life?
The one. When I realized it was the one. I do, yeah. I must have been 3 or 4 years old. And this is back when music videos were still on TV. And my parents, music was very present in my life growing up. My parents were massive rock lovers. My dad was a surfer, and him and his 4 brothers, that's all we did every day was surf and play music and the beach and barbecues and music and family time and music, and everybody kind of knew how to play an instrument. So it was just always going on every single day in my life as a child. I remember my mom showing me the Fleetwood Mac record Rumors, and then playing one of the music videos and me seeing Stevie Nicks in her witchy outfit, and she's spinning and twirling, and I was just like, I want to do that. I want to twirl. I want to wear gowns and dresses and be mysterious and sing and twirl. I just wanted to perform. I wanted to do that so bad. That was kind of my first introduction into, I want to be on a stage and sing my heart out and dance and entertain people. And so what I started doing from a very, very young age was putting on shows for my family. And I would drag my brother and my sister into my little skits and plays, and we'd dress up. Yeah, so it started very young.
That's adorable.
There's a lot of videos too.
Sure.
At some point, I need to gather all the VHS tapes of just the ridiculous You guys, it's so cringy. It's so funny, but we'd go all out.
I'm sure you've been told this before, but when I first listened to your songs, I actually thought you sounded like Stevie Nicks. That was my first. I was the vocal range, all the notes you're hitting. I was like, that's exactly what it reminded me of.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's the biggest compliment you could pay me. So thank you. I really appreciate that. She's such an icon. I would say my favorite thing about her voice is how distinct it is.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite singers. I can appreciate really incredible singers that have, perfect tone and technique and all of that. But my favorite singers are the ones that when they open their mouth, you know exactly who it is. I really appreciate that compliment.
So my question for you is, what key experiences or milestones have helped shape your career path and get you to where you are today?
Oh, man. So when I first moved to LA, I was, 17 or 18 years old. I got my first little independent deal. It was a very interesting situation. It was the guy who started the record company was the son of the CEO of Wells Fargo. And what had happened was my mom and I, again, 16 years old, we drove across the country, and she booked a bunch of coffee shops along the way so I could get start playing at shows. And it was a fun little mommy-daughter tour on the way to LA. And we were going out there to kind of check out the scene, see if I could get my foot in the door. And this again is back in the day when everything was pretty grassroots. I played a coffee shop in LA, And this guy happened to be in the coffee shop and he was blown away and he loved me so much that he started his own record label. They only ever signed two artists. It was me and Jordan from Hollywood Undead, which is so funny. I know. I know. So I ended up making a little EP with that record label. And while I was making the EP, I was actually living my uncle was working for him as well. So I was living with my uncle and that guy in his like giant mansion in the Hollywood Hills. This is my first introduction into LA. It's like I'm already living in a mansion in the hills. And I know, I was like, oh, wow, I could get used to this. But I didn't because it all goes to shit and you'll see. So I recorded that EP. And then 6 or 7 months later, he decided he was bored with it and he closed the label and told me, we're getting rid of the house, so you need to find another place to live. And he's like, here, I'll give you this car. You guys, he gave me like a 1993 Crown Vic, like an old looking cop car. It literally had like the floodlights on.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah. And I like, if I ever went to a party, people thought the cops were showing up. It was hilarious. So I end up moving into my friend's walk-in closet. No joke. She had this like kind of bigger walk-in closet. And yes, I was Harry Potter for a minute. And that's where I lived for like a year.
Damn.
And that's right around the time MySpace was like at its, MySpace was the shit. And I had already been on MySpace since its inception. And I was one of those people like fucking adding friends all day long, like trying to get my friends list up. And like I'm at my wit's end. I'm living in a closet. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to put that EP up on my page, whatever. I guess my like incessant manic friend adding worked to my benefit because I woke up one day and one of my songs was on the cover of the MySpace page, like the front of MySpace. And that back in the day was the same thing as going fucking viral. Yeah. So all of a sudden I had every record label in the US asking me to come and meet them, and a bidding war started. Yeah, it was so that was a very pivotal moment in my career as an artist. And I ended up meeting, who's to this day still one of my best friends, Allison Hagendorf, who's been a tremendous, person in the rock world, in the rock scene. She's like a beacon of hope for rock. And so I was her first signing, and she signed me. And that's when, I kind of told her, I was like, look, I don't really want to be a solo artist. I want to have a band. And this is, again, before Paramore. Like, this was probably right at the cusp of Paramore blowing up. So we put the band Automatic Love Letter together. So that was like a huge step forward in my career, was putting a band together. And then sneaking onto Warped Tour was another moment that, really set the course of my life. I knew some people that were on 2007 Warped Tour. So I hit them up and I was like, hey, can I van, bus, and, wagon crash for 2 weeks? And they were like, yeah, no problem. So I came out and I would go around to tents, like to write Love on Our Arms and Keep Abreast and all the iconic nonprofits, and they would let me gather people into the tent and I'd play for them. And then Kevin Lyman discovered me one day. He really respected the hustle and gave me some food tickets and said, keep doing your thing. And then next year he asked me to be on as an official artist. So that was another really big moment for me.
Talk about
you were the
journey.
definition
Wow.
of the grind, literally, just like keeping it going.
Yeah. It was it's what it took, back then. And there was no guide. It was just kind of like, fucking do whatever.
Trial and run. Yeah.
Jeez.
So it kind of leads me into my next question that I have for you, because your vocal journey has come so far from when you first started all the way to your newly released single, A Popsicle. So I was just wondering if there was any time or anything that played an influential role in that.
For sure. I would say that like when I go back and I listen to older stuff, like when I was first starting out, like my first EP or even my first record, I have a hard time getting through any of it just because I respect myself so much as a person and a vocalist now. I didn't have all of the mistakes, not understanding how things like life works and vocals work and technique. And look, that this is nothing against being very young and learning how to sing and kind of finding myself while being thrusted and thrown into the lion's den, so to speak, so quickly in my life. I was still on those early records, still discovering really my voice. And I listen to it and I can hear elements of me trying to articulate things in a certain way that, the emo accent and, singing things in a certain way that I was like, oh, you didn't know that hitting that note is actually a lot easier if you drop your jaw and from your diaphragm and blah, blah, blah. Cut to, years and years of singing and I'm losing my voice all the time. And granted, I was also smoking and drinking nonstop and never sleeping and living in a van. And that all takes a toll so much on your voice. So years of that, I just finally had enough of having it hurt. It was a struggle. It was so stressful and so anxiety inducing, the idea of getting on stage and my throat being so fucked up. And I hated that. I knew what it felt like to be on stage and feel really good and be able to sing the notes I wanted to sing and the way that I wanted to sing it. But I was rarely so getting to have those opportunities that I just, I was like, I have to not only change my life, but I need to probably get some vocal lessons, learn some techniques, get my fucking life together. So it all kind of came at the same time. But I would say when I did The Voice, that's one of the only good things I can say about that show, is that it was like kind of a vocal boot camp. So it really was. And so that and they had coaches on set and you would rehearse and practice and I really do feel like that's one of the good things that came out of that show is like it pulled me out of that raw and kind of wild, like uncontrolled wild voice that I used to have to a more refined, able to hit notes with ease and showcase the actual tonality of my voice and blah, 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 blah. I will give the show that, but that's all I'll give them.
It's kind of funny because that actually goes to my next question was the TV show The Voice.
Let's go.
I mean, the only one I have is like, what was your biggest lesson you took away from the experience?
I already answered that question.
Yeah, I know. So I was like, okay, so she answered that already. So, but like, no, I can tell you that I had it on, I think it was in high school when that was like the second or third season you were in. You were in the, second season.
Season. Yeah.
And I vaguely remember, like, they did your intro and stuff. And I kept looking at the TV screen like, why does she look so familiar? Why does she look so familiar? And you came out and sing, and I'm like, okay, then you chose CeeLo Green? Yes.
Yeah, I chose CeeLo.
It did. And then I'm like, okay, why did she look familiar again? And then, what hit me? It was when I saw your tattoo of Andy, and I'm like, I was like, no, that can't be her. And then I went on the internet, and I'm like, that is
her! Yeah, that's awesome. That's actually why they approached me, was because... Yeah, I didn't audition.
Oh.
No. No, they came to me. This was after 2011 Warped Tour, and they asked me if I wanted to be on the show. And my immediate reaction, my gut reaction was, no, hell fucking no, I'm not doing that. I was such a purist. I was like, no, you have to suffer. You have to suffer to make it. And then, sanity set in, and I was like, all right, you've been suffering. Why not? Why not give it a try? This could propel your career, da 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 da. I took a meeting with the producers and they had me sing one song. I brought my guitar, I sang an original song. As I was walking out to the car, one of the producer assistants came running out and she was like, "They want you on the show. Do you want to be on it?" And I again, my gut reaction was like, "Oh no. Don't say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Don't say yes." I was like, "I don't know." In my head, I was like, okay, you can always back out. Just say yes now. And then if you change your mind, these people don't own you. It's fine. So I said yes. And then that mentality followed me through up until the moment I was walking out on stage for the chair spinning episode. The entire time I was like, you can still back out. You can still back out. You don't have to do this. And then I did it.
For what it's worth, I was pumped every time The Voice came on to see your journey and stuff. Like, I think it was my favorite song that you performed was Roxanne. I was like, that voice. And I was like in the finale, like, come on. Come on. She has to win. She has to motherfucking win.
I had a temperature of 101 during that last episode.
Holy.
They were literally following me around, hitting me up with steroids the entire night because I was on basically my deathbed. Oh. I don't even know what planet I was on.
Well, from what I could tell on TV, you look like you were
there. I guess. I don't know. My body was definitely there, but I do remember they asked me, this is right before they were announcing the winner, the host, Carlson.
Oh. Yeah, I'm blanking on that too.
Whatever. So the MTV guy. So he goes, "Juliet, this is the moment. Like, what would this mean to you to win? How are you feeling right now?" And I remember being like, you get to this moment and you don't even think about the words that you're supposed to say. I don't know. I said something so stupid that like later on it was made fun of in media. But I was just not in my body at all.
Well then.
Yeah, well then. I lost the vote by, what was it? I think it was 2% of the vote.
Yeah, it was like a very...
I didn't want to win. I did not want to win. I told my manager before meeting the producers, I said, if I do this, I want to be runner-up.
Oh.
Because winning means you are locked in for life. Yeah. Has the winner of season 2 put out any other records since the one that he recorded with them and then they shelved?
That's fair. It's the same.
I don't think so. I mean, he could have by now. Who knows? It's been a long time. But you win one of those shows, you're locked in for many records, and you kind of have to do exactly what they say. I did not want to win, and I got exactly what I wanted. So
in the end, you are a winner.
Yes. Yes. I won my manifestation.
So a lot of fans that recently have joined your fandom or in the BVB army know you as Lilith Czar and stuff, but you were also known by another name, Juliet Sim and stuff.
Yes, that's my government name.
Yes, correct. What was the transition into Lilith Czar creatively and emotionally?
Okay, so we're going to open up that can of worms. My experience in the music industry has had quite a journey. You know, I did start very, very young, and I started back when certain things were more acceptable than they are now. One of the most prevalent topics throughout my career as a signed artist was the way that I look. It was her body, sex, less clothes, you know, not so much about the music, but more so about me sexualizing myself to help sell more records. And there is nothing wrong with being sexy. I love being sexy. I love feeling powerful and feminine and beautiful and all of that. But when it becomes something that is more important than your music and lyrics and communication to your audience and all of that, that's when I'm like, oh, it's not art anymore. You're just selling sex. And I feel, for me personally, I like there to be meaning behind everything you do as an artist. You know, that's how I'm biologically built. There was a lot of being put on diets and, don't eat that, look this way, wear this, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, after years and years and years of that being the forefront, and it's just, to me, it's just so unimportant and so small and so not the point. And it's an invalidation of my abilities and my talent and what it is that I have to say. And so it felt very suffocating and very suppressive and very belittling. And that took a tremendous toll on my mental health and my happiness and my relationships. And I had no self-esteem, fucking went through a period of just absolutely hating myself and being so depressed and so low, among other reasons that kind of, pivoted into a very unhealthy road of excessive drinking and turning to that as my solution and the thing that's going to solve the problem in the moment, but the moment it wears off, it's worse than it was before. And so that was just a really vicious cycle of harming my body and my mental capacity to cope with real life problems. And I lost my sense of self, just you name it. I was just a slug on the floor and I couldn't get up. And I one day woke up and I just, after I had already been to rehab, I hit my rock bottom really, really bad. And there was some other personal stuff that had gone on. And I just decided, I was like, if I don't handle this for good and pick myself up and confront my demons and confront all the things in my life that are just suffocating me, I'm not going to be around very long. That's what I did. I quit drinking. I got my shit together. I turned everything in my life around. I got on a program. I got on a schedule. I got very dedicated towards living a better life and becoming a better version of myself, because this person was not who I was at all. If I didn't defeat it, it was going to take over my entire existence. And I pride myself in being a very, very fucking strong person. And I was just like, I got angry. I was just like, what is this? What is this thing that is trying to destroy me? I have to fight this. I spent many years confronting that and handling that and getting to the bottom of all of it. In 2017, I'm feeling great. I'm years sober. I'm discovering who I am again, blah, 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 blah. And I signed to Sumerian Records. That started, I didn't know it then, but that's when I started writing Created from Filth and Dust. 2018, 2019, I'm writing a lot. I'm recording a lot. I'm writing, 100 Little Deaths, Anarchy, King, songs that are very empowering, that are songs meant to inspire others, songs that are meant to reach. I'm writing the music that I want to write. I'm like, yes, I want to write music that's going to help people, that's going to make them feel like they're, they have the power within them to overcome whatever. And this is exactly what I want to do. I know what I want to do. I want to take my fucking shit past and I want to turn it into something good, blah, blah, blah. It was COVID times. I'm on a meeting with my managers and my record label at the time, and I'm pitching them my idea of what I want to do with this record and where I want to go with it, music video concepts, and it's all very, thought-provoking and intelligent and etc. The label, I say everything I have to say. They've heard Anarchy, they've heard King, they've heard all this stuff at this point. I say everything and they go, oh man, well, I think that we're at an impasse here, because what I see for you is, we would really like to, like the cover of your album, the way I envision it is you in a two-piece American flag bikini flying across the sky, straddling a popsicle.
Oh my God.
And I go, what? What? I start laughing. I am cackling, you guys. And he goes, oh, you don't like it? I thought he was kidding. I was like, "Whoa, you're serious." And he was like, "Yeah, no one's ever done that before. It would be like
Oh.
everybody would want, yeah." And I go, "I'm pretty sure Katy Perry has done that before."
Yes.
And secondly, and then I go, "I don't think you know who I am as an artist at all." And he goes, "That's not true." And I was like, it is true, because if you knew who I was as an artist and you actually listened to the lyrical content in my music, you would know that's not me. And I mean, it was rage inducing. So I get off that call, and my managers call me, and I'm fucking fuming. It was literally fire breathing out of every orifice in my face. I said, "Look, this is not going to. I'm so mad that I want to blow everything up. I want to blow everything up. I go, give me the day, but I'm going to come up with an idea." And then that night was the night I decided I'm killing off Juliet Sims as an artist. We're going to put it in a music video, and I want to go darker. I want to go harder. I want to do everything that I've ever wanted to do. Every no, every time I've been told to change, not be this, not do that, I want to do all of that. So that's when I decided that night to rebrand as Lilith Czar, because I had had enough of everyone's bullshit.
Wow, I just brutal with the industry. Like, what?
Yes, I walked so everyone else could run.
Oh.
Just kidding.
I was just gonna say, like, your whole story about like your experience with the industry, about like how women are viewed in that industry. It's like, oh yeah, sex style, so you need to be sexy and stuff, show boobs, more skin and stuff, be more voluptuous, and not, we don't care about your lyrics and stuff, don't worry about your self-esteem, whatever sells is all about money and stuff. I'm an elementary teacher, so I teach K through fifth, and right now,
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's
I
so
have
awesome. I
I have a
love
lot of
that.
fifth grader girls who are struggling right now with their self-esteem and stuff. Like, I know they're so young, and I look at them, and like some of them come to me, it's like, Miss Campbell, you're my therapy, you're my therapist. So like, this is what I'm having. I'm like, and I look at her and I'm like, okay, I understand I always tell them their feelings are valid. Like, I understand, like, oh, this girl might have this girl has these nails that you want, or has the figure that you want, but like, you have to be true to you and who you are and stuff. And like, I know it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
It's challenging. Like, I'm still facing, like, trying to figure out exactly who I am and stuff. And I always up them, like, it's okay, like, it's a trial and error. This is life, unfortunately. But like,
Yeah.
I just feel like a lot of young ladies need to hear that. Like, just be who you
Yeah.
are. Honestly, don't. I mean, it's rough. It's challenging. It's never going to be easy, but yeah.
Yeah. And especially this day and age with social media.
Oh yeah, I get a lot.
I can't even imagine.
All the fun brain rot. Ah.
I know, but I just can't even imagine being a kid. You're very impressionable when you're younger. You're searching for the answer of like what I like, what I want to be, who I want to look like, all of this. And then all day long, you're being shown all this stuff. And you're like, I don't look like that. I don't have that. I don't. And it makes you shrink, and it makes you unaware of self. And that makes me very sad. That makes me very, very sad for especially women. I think that we need to, I don't know. I think that it's incumbent upon predominantly women to be like, no, you are so beautiful the way that you are. You have something, you are the only version of you. There's no one else that is you. Mm-hmm. That's the special quality. Like, that's the thing to focus on, is that there's only one of you. That's so rare, and that's very special. And what is it that you want to offer? And what is it, how do you want to change the world? Or how do you want to, what legacy do you want to have? And just focusing on your special qualities, and not comparing yourself to anybody else, which is so hard. That's like a fantasy land that I'm living in, because we're all guilty of it, but but it's, you got to practice focusing on the things that make you you and why you are wonderful and special and all of that. Yeah.
You hear that, guys? Listen to her.
Listen to her words.
I would like to take the opportunity to say that's actually why your song Popsicle inspires me a lot and means so much to me, because growing up, I did a lot of modeling growing up, but it was kind of that I could never be my weird self. I couldn't do the kind of makeup that I wanted to do because a lot of the photographers, I would arrive and they would have outfits for me that would obviously be lingerie or anything that would be like implied nude. And I even had it went as far as to one photographer told me, he like strictly messaged me and said, do not wear any of your neo-Nazi bullshit, which kind of shocked me because I just thought, that's coming out of completely left field. I
would be like, I'm not coming.
Yeah, I didn't. Needless to say, I didn't show up.
Good girl.
But I got to a point in my life where I just started dressing normal and trying to like fit in and be pretty like everyone else. But I was later going through like a lot of depression and kind of pulling myself out of it. I was able to do more creative makeup and kind of be myself more, but I would never really book shoots where I could showcase that art because I was so terrified of that happening again. And just you releasing Popsicle kind of gave me that inner strength, because now I do book a lot of those weird shoots and I make sure to find photographers that actually like accept me for my inner weirdness and all of that stuff. So I really do have you to thank you for that.
Oh my
I
gosh.
love Popsicle. It's literally my favorite song by you.
Thank you. That is the reason I do it. It is the only reason I've kept going this many years, is hearing stuff like that. That is the prize. That is the prize after all of the just endless struggle. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that. And also, it's kind of like I manage you a little bit. I'd like 10%. Just kidding. But you are so beautiful, and your aesthetic, both of your aesthetics are it's like, I don't know, alien Bowie, ethereal goddesses. I love it so much, and I'm so flattered.
That means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into now the Cut, the awesome song that you did in collaboration with Black Veil Brides.
All right.
So, what was the inspiration behind the concept for Cut?
Let's see, how did this all come about? They recorded the record in like February 2024. So I remember hearing Cut at its like infancy, when it was just like a demo. And, Andy comes home and he goes, listen to this, sends me things or whatever. And we bounce ideas off of each other. It's just what we do all day long. He's like, what if we did this? What if we did this? So I heard Cut. He had already said to me, like, I want you to sing on this record. I was very excited about that. And because, I've actually sang on a lot of Black Veil records, but always as like a secret sauce, little secret. I was very excited about that. And he played me the demo for Cut, and he didn't say anything. At the end of it, I turned to him and I was like, please, this be the song, please, that I sing, please? And he goes, this is the song you're singing on. So he had already decided that was going to be the song that I was going to sing on. I was just so fucking excited. So I remember going into the studio and I was warming up. I did some harmonies on a bunch of the other songs and added some screams and stuff here and there. And then it was time to sing Cut. And it just came so effortlessly. It was such a fun day in the studio. I have a bunch of content I need to put it together, but it was a really, really fun day in the studio. Just in that moment of singing my vocals and hearing Andy's vocals already done, I was like, oh, this song is going to be ridiculous. Could not have been more honored to be on this song. The year goes by, they're still finishing the record and and he and I are bouncing ideas off back and forth. What could be the video? Like what could be something that would be very fitting for this song? Now, Cut it's funny because the music video makes it seem like it's a love song about each other. And that's fine. It is. We turned it into a love song. And in many ways, the music video gave the song more meaning, than another version of its meaning than what it was when it was written. And, it was a song it's about, people betraying you and people cutting you down, trusting people. And then it turns out that they were a snake and someone that was, not to be trusted in the first place. And, it's also about fucking stuff that we've experienced on social media. It is about being, betrayed and all of the different emotions you can go throughout that. Relationships are hard. And Andy and I I wouldn't say the beginning, but like kind of beginning-ish of our relationship for a couple of years, we had really hard times. He was struggling with alcohol and depression. I was struggling with alcohol and depression. We knew that we were soulmates. We knew that we were absolutely devastating in love with each other, but we were so broken as people that it made the relationship very difficult. Being able to hold each other, stay together, and help lift each other out of that was something that we knew that we wanted to be able to show people in some way or another, whether that was going to be a song that we did or a video or I don't know, maybe chit chat about it on a live stream. I don't know. Some way we wanted to figure out like how we could put that into our art. The first concept for Cut was very different than what ended up being the music video. Andy's gonna kill me. The first idea was going to be that me and Andy were eating each other.
Oh! I kind of want to see that now.
I know. It's crazy. Maybe we'll do it one day, but like where we eat each other down to like where there's just like a rib cage left and like some skeleton.
Oh my gosh.
Like, that's beautiful, though.
Yeah, no, it's pretty fucking cool. But what happened was we had that idea, and this is now, I don't know, I think, is it January of this year? Something like that. Andy and I have been depicted as Gomez and Morticia, Jack and Sally, Corpse Bride. Yeah, like all these gothic, romantic couples. I was on Instagram, and I saw some tags of people drawing us as some of these characters, and I screen capped a few of them and I sent them to Andy and I go, I think we gotta tell our story. This is how we tell our story. And we gotta, I think it would be a great way it works with the name Cut and, showcasing what we've done for each other over the years. And he's the one who wrote back and said, oh my gosh, you should have no arms and no legs, and I should be sewing you back together. Yeah, so
very Bride of Frankenstein vibes.
Yeah, yes, exactly. We wanted to have notes of Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Corpse Bride, Jack and Sally, Gomez and Morticia, and all of that. And so it was off to the races after that little morning text message.
I mean, you guys nailed it.
Thank you. It was so fun to shoot.
It was honestly a beautiful music video. Nicole and I did the Veeps early listening party of the album, and obviously we got teased. It's like, oh, music video next day. It's like, how dare you? We were like, this is the first new song we haven't released, and oh yeah, music video next week or next day. I'm like, yeah. Of course.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it was the funnest music video I've ever shot. We were in this like old haunted house out in the valley, deep in the valley in LA. And you guys, there was like creepy dolls everywhere. This place was definitely haunted. It was so creepy. I loved it. Yeah, it was really, really, really beautiful and really fun. And the dancing, I would say that the funniest part of the entire day was the dancing stuff that we had to do. There's a lot of footage that we're going to eventually post of us dancing. And Andy notoriously has 2 left feet. Boy has rhythm for sure, but like he doesn't know how to like make his body do the rhythm. And so I had to like lead a lot of the moves and stuff, but then I also have this really long train. So I'm like having him spin me and stuff, and we are both nonstop tripping over this fucking train. It was hysterical. But finally, we got a few shots of good moves, and we were good
I
there.
just also love the fact that you were able to incorporate your wedding dress into
Yes.
the music video. Because like when I first saw it, I'm like, is that her wedding dress? That has to be her wedding dress. So
Yeah. Well, ironically, that was the thing is when Andy and I were talking that morning, we were coming up with this idea. I sent him a picture of Corpse Bride, and I go, "But that's kind of my dress. That's like the shape of the bust
yeah,
and the corset aspect and the slit and everything."
yeah.
I go, wardrobe's over for me. I don't have to do anything.
I just found it like how amazing it all like call it faith. I don't know how it all
Yeah.
worked out because not only was that your wedding dress from like 10 years ago, congratulations again on 10-year anniversary with Andy.
Thank you.
Didn't you
Thank
like
you.
film that like right after your anniversary or something, the cut music video or something like that?
So we shot the music video 2 days after our 10-year wedding anniversary. And then after we shot the whole music video and the day was wrapped, Blasco, Andy's manager, he actually married us 10 years ago. He was the officiant. Yeah. So he was obviously there, and the dudes were there, and one of my best friend, my makeup artist, who's one of my best friends in the entire world, she was there, and Andy had sprung on me 8 hours before, we're going to renew our vows after we shoot the music video.
No!
That just makes the music video beautiful.
So we stood under the altar, and Jinx played violin, and we renewed our vows.
That's beautiful.
Oh my God.
Yeah, my dress has gotten a lot of use.
Guys.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's just so
Yeah,
This
we
is
were very
brilliant.
ecstatic.
Oh my
We were
God.
it meant so much to us too, because we were getting to kind of, we had gotten married 10 years ago, and we were still working through some bullshit. And it was like I don't know, there was very magical to be able to redo everything in a state of mind where we're both happier and healthier than we've ever been, and our relationship is peak right now, and will be for the rest of time. But it just felt very like, I don't know, we're kind of like newlyweds again. It's the weirdest thing. We're both just like that. I don't know. There was something very, very healing, I guess, about all of it.
Oh, that's so awesome, though. Congratulations again, honestly.
Thank you. Thank you.
So it kind of leads into my next question with Cut, because there have been so many fans that have actually been waiting years for you to do a collaboration with Black Veil Brides. So I kind of want to know, what was like the magic process of finally being able to make it become a reality, and were there any previous songs that didn't make it to fruition?
No, anything Andy and I ever want to do, we do it.
Fair.
If we have,
That's a fair answer.
like if we're gonna do something, we're not like, coy about it. We're like, we'll fucking do it, and then we're gonna shove it in everybody's face. So nothing that in that regard. Andy and I are extremely in tune with our fan bases and what they have to say, and we're on our social media platforms reading comments and hearing people, and we knew for years that was something that people really, really wanted, and we had done it in a small way. In 2015, I put out this EP that Andy had sang on, which was so fun. And then we had done that Adele cover together for Pop Goes Punk. I think that the Adele, it's a cover, that's really fun. We both got in fancy clothes. I got on a piano, and the EP that I had put out, that was still during a very hard time in my life. And so we felt like we hadn't done anything together that felt very real and authentic. We wanted to create something magic. So that was kind of like the goal. That was the benchmark, is like, what can we do to blow everybody's faces off?
And you succeeded.
Thank you.
You definitely succeeded.
I'm very happy to hear that.
The amount of fans that went crazy on social media after seeing the music video cut was insane. Like, I was just like, my heart for them. It's just like, So
Well, thank you. That right there, that's the moment, you know. When you're writing a song or recording it, you don't know how people are going to receive it because once it's out there, it's not yours anymore.
Yeah.
It's theirs and you can't control anybody's reaction to something. So I think that the coming to fruition moment and the realization it happened when 12 o'clock hit on whatever date Cut came out and watching the response and seeing, you know, people's comments and it blowing up and seeing the reaction videos and all of that. That's when we both were like, look at what we created together. Like it was that like we were just so overcome with happiness that like we were able to do that as like a team, you know, and obviously the fucking band. The BVB, this band, I've known it all along. I'd like to salute myself for screaming it from the rooftops for many years. But this band is one of the best bands in the rock scene.
Preach,
They
preach.
just are. They are savants. The musicality and the understanding of just how to write a song and how to perform it and entertainers and they have it fucking all. And the songwriting is on fucking point. Andy and the band were able to give me and Andy the opportunity to kind of push that song over the edge. And so, yeah, I'm just really grateful to them and just how fucking talented they are.
I think most fans would like to have an answer to this question. So, what is something you admire most about Andy that not many fans get to see often?
Oh my gosh, there's so much.
I know.
So many things, so many things. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I mean, I feel like people know this about us, but we are huge dorks. And a lot of our home life consists of making up songs that we sing to our cats, making up silly dances. Like I'll be doing something and like I'll get a sense of something's going on in my peripheral and I'll finally look over and Andy will be doing some weird silly dance move and he had been doing it for like 5 minutes waiting for me to notice. And I'll just be like, and he'd be like, do you like it? And I'll be like, yeah, I like it. Like that's one of the things that we have is we'll come up with weird dance moves and we'll do it. And then we'll wait for the other person to approve or not approve of it. So like sometimes it'll be yeah, I like that one. That's a good one. Or it'll be like, no, I don't like that one. And then I'm trying to think of things no one knows. Cause like, obviously I am obsessed with how much he loves comics and action figures and superheroes. And that's, you know, something I really love too. And I love how good at, you know, drawing he is and makeup and painting and, you know, coming up with, you know, he draws everything. When he's, you know, going to do a music video or a tour or a record, he will draw visually what he wants it to look like. Yeah. And to me, that's just, I think that's so cool and so wonderful in a way like where you take something that you would normally just hear but then putting it onto paper so you can also see what it's going to look like and all of that. And so I really love that about him. And, you know, when it comes to me, you know, he acts of service, man, he good at that. Like I'll walk out of the bedroom in the morning and he's already got the kettle on and the cats are fed and he's vacuumed and you know, I just have a person who is constantly trying to make me have an easier time in life or whatever, even if it means that he had to get up an hour before me and go do all the stuff. Like that's just so sweet to me. I mean, I could go on and on. I love the way he cooks his food. It's just so, like the way he eats, I want to bite him. I want to bite. It is the cutest, most adorable. He's got like almost a camel mouth and it's like it rolls. I just watch him munching away and I just want to grab his face and just shove it in my face. I have major cute aggression with him. Yeah.
And I know that you on your Patreon at times you post like silly moments that you have with him and stuff. Like I think
Yeah.
I saw one recently where you posted on your Patreon of him just playing around with the prosthetics of the cut music video. And then I think so far my favorite one I think you posted, I don't know, it was a while ago. It's like
Yeah.
I think it was a TikTok challenge where you guys were on the ground and you guys were doing this. And then he just like bong hurt his shoulder and I'm just like, "Oh God."
Listen, that boy is a drama queen. I mean, I couldn't help it when he fell over and the thud that it made, and then just the like scream, the yelp that came out of his face. I was just like, so, so again, something that I find so adorable about him is that he is, by all accounts, like from like a objective point of view, you're like, oh, this tall, muscular, handsome man, but he is such a doof and so clumsy. So clumsy. I mean, we have this funny thing where because he's got really big feet and he's giant, and like accidentally run into me or step on my foot, and I'm like, honey, and he's like, I'm sorry, I'm so doofy and big and big. I'm like, but I'm so small, I'm easy to miss. But yeah, he's very funny, very, very funny man. And that's, one of the things that won me over, not only with his intelligence and face, but just how funny he is. Such a goofball.
With the sporadic singing and the dancing and the cooking, it's definitely giving Bob and Linda
Oh
from
God.
Bob's Burgers.
Oh no!
I know,
Oh
I mean that in the most best way possible because I love
no!
that
Fine.
show.
Okay, fine. Fine, we'll take it. We'll
Okay.
take it.
I would like to take a minute just to talk about your Never Take It Offline, actually.
Absolutely.
I'm very curious to know just what inspired you to create the Never Take It Offline and if there is a piece or collaboration that you are most proud of.
Okay, so had a record that was coming out in 2011 called "The Kids Will Take Their Monsters On" with my band Automatic Love Letter. And it was an acoustic record. I had already at that point spent years touring and traveling and all of that. And one of the things that was ever present on my mind was my interactions with fans, hearing their stories and hearing their struggles and hearing them, communicate to me about things that were hard for them or destroying their life. Or, I've had everything from razor blades given to me to drugs to, prompt, saying, now that I finally have met you, I'm going to promise that I don't do X, Y, and Z anymore. And like that felt like a very big responsibility. And I too, at the time, was still struggling with my own sense of self and my own unhealthy tendencies. And I wanted to be able to rise to a position where I could be somebody that could potentially help another person. And so I was, still trying to make myself into that person. And I wanted to come up with something that that was tangible, that could be given to fans, that could, be a little symbol of hope for them, or a beacon of a way to something that they could hold on to as a vow or a promise, or maybe it could get them through the day or whatever. That's when I decided to come up with these bracelets that you could tie on, and you tie it in 3 little knots and you never take it off. So each bracelet represented whatever vow or promise that person wanted to make to themselves. And I would tie it on their little wrists, and now they would never take it off. You would keep that promise. You made that vow, you can't break it now. So that was kind of my way of being able to feel like I'm helping. So I came up with that in 2011, right before Warped Tour. I must have sat at my parents' dining room table for like days and days making these bracelets because I wanted to make enough for the whole summer. So I go out on the road and we sell out of them in like a week and a half. So my mom was like, I'll make you some and send. I'll make you some and send some. And I was like, okay, thank you. So it kind of took on a little life of its own on 2011 Warped Tour, which happened to be the tour that Andy and I met and fell in love on. He started wearing the bracelets, which was so sweet. I mean, honestly, if I'm going to be honest, that's my favorite signing, 100%, that I've done a collaboration with, because I'm biased.
As you should be.
Yeah, if we're not going to include him, I would say, obviously very proud of our line with Chris from Motionless in White. Lee from the Funeral Portrait. I mean, that's a fairly new collaboration, but Lee is he's just our people. I love Lee so much. And of course, Johnny Gilbert, that was kind of cool too, because we created a line for him before he became the star that he is now. And so that was kind of fun, to have been with him for so many years. And then all of a sudden he's like doing so well, and we're so proud and happy for him. And of course, Ash Costello from New Year's Day. I love her so much. Her and I go way back, way back, cut from the same cloth, me and Ash. So that was, obviously something I was very excited to do. And so, yeah, the company, just over the years, we started creating jewelry lines for other artists. Each line is based around their message and what it is that they want to communicate to their fan base, and the way that they want to uplift and help them and all of that. So Never Take It Off is definitely something that I am extremely proud of. And I'm just so happy that it's been able to sustain itself for this long. And it is what it is now. So it's very, very cool.
I will say
it's one of the most beautiful things ever done, in my opinion.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
I have a lot from Andy's collection and stuff.
I actually see you wearing the necklace.
I love this one that you created.
I know. I love that necklace.
Can I actually show you the first one I ever purchased?
Yes. Please, please, please.
I swear she owns every single piece from Never Take It Off.
That is so awesome.
This is a rare one because I know they don't have this anymore. I think it got retired, but I was so grateful that this was the first one I ever got.
Oh my gosh, that is retired, and that's so Victorian and sick. I forgot how cool that piece was.
I love the fact that it was Victorian, and this was back when you guys Never Take It Off shipped it. You gave us a big paper of all the vowels and stuff, and we could write her. I still have it.
The book that we provided for you.
The little book, and now it's just a little index card. But I'm like, hey, this is a rare gem, guys. So.
It really is. That is a rare piece. I don't think a lot of those were made, so you are holding on to something that is a relic.
I may have an addiction to that site because my whole jewelry thing is I'll never take it off. I swear to God, it is. So.
Oh my gosh, that makes me feel so good. It's on an emotional level, and what the company stands for and all of that makes me feel so good. But also, I just love fashion and jewelry so much, so much. So to be able to create and design jewelry that cool chicks want to wear and cool people want to wear, yeah.
No, I absolutely love it. I have been saving because I've been seeing new pieces there. I'm like, need, want. And I also love the fact that the company also reaches out to the fans. They put a little spotlight for the hashtags. And I know, I don't remember what year. I feel like it was right after the Phantom Tomorrow. They were just asking hey, design your own jewelry and we'll make it into reality and stuff. And I remember I played around with Andy's heart with the crosses as earrings and stuff, and they actually made it a thing. I was like, wow.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, we have a really great office manager and social media manager. Those two women are on fire. They're awesome with my career and with the traveling and with everything that's been going on for years and years. Having some strong women behind the company has been very key and crucial. I'm always so proud of the ideas that they come up with and just how wonderful they are.
We appreciate it. What has been your experience with the BVB Army so far?
Well, mostly love and support. I think it's been a journey. I think the real BVB Army members have always been so gracious and so kind and so loving and so supportive and wonderful. But, there's always that one friend.
Mixed nuts.
There's always that.
Yep.
There's always that. And look, I'm not a fucking saint. I'm not I haven't been a perfect angel my whole life. I have my shit that I went through and my own responsibilities. Everybody does. Everybody is responsible for the actions that they cause. And so I'm a person who can look at things from many viewpoints, not just my own viewpoint. And I'm very forgiving too, and I'm very understanding. And so I can see something and go, okay, well, that they don't know, and that's fine. They don't understand, and that's okay. I don't need to change their mind. I wouldn't say that to somebody. I probably would never, but that's that, that's the other thing is I look at some stuff now as just, well, that's that person's personality and crap that they have to deal with. Like I would never in a million years say something like that to somebody, but I digress. For the most part, my experience with the BVB Army has been overwhelmingly welcoming and loving and so accepting. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all that you guys do, and just carrying this band and being with them for so long and being so loyal and dedicated. I don't think there's any fan base like that.
That's what I'm saying.
It is the diehard, most passionately fucking just, y'all are it.
Should we get to the bonus question, Ruth?
Oh, the signature question that we ask all special guests.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm excited. Or should I be scared?
I don't know.
It's actually a pretty fun one.
Okay.
If you could have any liquid come out of each of your fingers, which liquids would they be?
And you can control these liquids, and there's one for each finger.
Okay.
Emphasis on any
liquids. Okay.
Yeah, anything that can be a liquid.
This is my first question. Does toothpaste count?
Ooh,
yes.
Yes.
I would say it would.
Well, we
technically
had condiments for Andy, so might as well.
Okay, yeah. If he got condiments, I get toothpaste. So toothpaste, because that would be freaking awesome. Like you could be anywhere and you're like, oh, okay, you just go to the bathroom and squeeze it out of your finger really quickly and just give it.
I didn't even think about that. That's
You never have to worry about toothpaste. Like I got to the hotel. This is a couple weeks ago. I got to my hotel room at like 2 a.m. I got like 6 hours before I had to go to the airport, and I realized I had no toothpaste. It was devastating. I was like, should I brush my teeth? Should I use soap? Yeah, it was horrible. Toothpaste finger would have come in handy that night. So, all right. So that's one. Okay. Second, I'm going about this logically, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about end of the world scenarios.
Smart.
That's
right?
smart, though.
Yeah. So, electrolyte infused water. Okay. You never have to, first of all, eliminates microplastics. And you don't have to carry around a water bottle. Do you know how much it sucks carrying around a water bottle?
Yes.
I hate it. It's like carrying around an infant at all times.
Yeah.
Horrible. Electrolyte infused water. Okay, now I want something yummy. I really love, have you guys ever had Zevia?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Zevia soda?
Yes, I just discovered it. It's actually what got me to stop drinking regular soda.
Yeah, because regular soda is delicious, but it's so bad for you.
Oh, yeah, the high fructose corn syrup. You can't.
You can't. No, you can't. So Zevia is fucking great. I love it so much. And my favorite flavor is oddly one no one would probably gravitate towards, but it tastes like Mountain Dew, and it is so refreshing. It's the lemon lime one.
Okay, I haven't tried that one yet.
Okay, yeah, same here.
It tastes like they also have a Mountain Zevia, but the lemon lime one doesn't have caffeine in it. And like I can only have 1 cup of coffee a day, otherwise I don't sleep at night. So the lemon lime Zevia flavor is so good. So that's my third. Fourth, okay. Okay. Truffle buffalo sauce.
Truffle buffalo sauce. Okay.
There's a sauce that I get. It's fucking ridiculous, you guys. It tastes good on everything. It tastes good on soup. It tastes good on macaroni and cheese. It tastes good on pizza. It tastes good on chicken or any sort of poultry, meat, whatever, fish. It makes everything delicious. So truffle buffalo sauce.
I'm gonna put that down in my notes.
You have to try it. It's ridiculous. You can get it at any like I don't know, Kroger, Vons, Publix, whatever.
Okay.
Okay, and then my fifth. Because I just realized that the one I was gonna say also requires another liquid to enjoy it. So like, would it be beneficial? Because I was gonna say coffee creamer, but then
yeah.
but end of the world scenario, like you're not gonna get coffee. So what's the creamer for? So you need something that's gonna be very, very, very useful. Oh God. Why can't I think of what the fifth thing is gonna be?
Will it help if we give you Andy's answers?
Yeah.
Okay. So he also went with barbecue sauce for his pointer finger, honey mustard for the middle finger, olive oil in his thumbs for cooking and stuff.
Okay.
Water.
I should have. Wait,
water.
What'd you say?
Just water in general, and then a very specific snow cone flavor, tiger's blood. But he said, if you had any amount of ice,
I could have guessed all of these. I could have guessed all of those. That's very funny about the tiger's blood thing. No meal of his goes without honey mustard and barbecue sauce. Absolutely not. Okay. And no meal of his goes without the biggest fucking bottle of water you have ever seen. I don't know. I'm like, where does it go? He'll have the biggest meal.
His secret for his beautiful skin is just water? Yeah, he's aging like a vampire. I know
it's not fair, guys. I'm like, do you know how many hours I spent? Like, I cannot. The amount of serums I have to pack on this thing. Meanwhile, he's like, beautiful. So obnoxious. But yeah, he will somehow down a giant plate of food and like I'm talking like 2.5 liters of water. Wow. And yeah, it's crazy. So all right, fifth. Here we go. My fifth. That would be so gross though.
I mean,
I guess I could always like pour it into a cup and then put it in a freezer and let it freeze again. Okay, fine. Ice cream. So listen. Okay. It's 2 in 1 because specifically Jenny's ice cream or Revel. I don't know, one or the other. Doesn't matter because this is not really going to happen. But ice cream, because here's the thing: you could technically put that in coffee, and then your coffee has its creamer. But then you could also put it in the freezer, and then you have your ice cream. You have a nice little snack.
2 in 1.
There you go.
Bingo.
I love that.
That's a really funny question. I love that. That's very good.
It makes you think.
It really does. And I took it seriously. I did. That last one really had me confused.
The number one thing I think, because we were asked that by a friend, and I think Nicole and I both agreed on this answer, was like gasoline.
Yeah.
Oh. That's really fucking smart.
Yeah. With gas prices these days, yeah.
Oh man, I might have to get rid of one of my liquids. That's a really good answer.
I think that's all of our questions. I mean, feel free if you don't have any. Do you have any questions for us or anything?
How are you both so beautiful and wonderful and awesome? Is it hard waking up and being like, oh, I'm so sorry to the rest of the world? You know, what guilt do you two live with every day?
Oh my God.
With how wonderful you are?
Lilith, I knew you were a babe.
No, you guys.
Sweet.
No, I mean it. You guys are so awesome, and I'm really honored that you asked me to come and be on this show. Yeah, I'm just so humbled and flattered, and I'm very happy that you guys love Cut so much, and thank you for all that you do, and you're both just so wonderful.
Aww. Thank you. I hope you know it's likewise. We've been trying to get you on for a really long time, so we just really appreciate this opportunity so much.
Oh, absolutely. I would do it again in a freaking flash. Never hesitate to ask. This was so much fun.
Oh, we appreciate it. Thank
you. Maybe when I have new music coming.
Yes, we
at some
are
point this year.
Yay!
Yeah, and a big announcement. So that which will be later in the year, but something really, really cool and secret that I've been working on for the
Oh,
last like 6 months.
oh wow.
And yeah,
Can't wait.
We're here waiting for because what you worked with Andy and I forgot
Joshua
that.
Schultz on
Yeah.
Boogeyman.
Oh, and
Boogeyman.
Boogeyman.
So
You guys.
Excited.
So that was like, I'm legitimately kind of really scared in some of the scenes because that house is that we shot in, it's a museum and it's actively haunted.
Ooh.
There's like videos and stuff of at night, in the middle of the night when no one's there, of voices, things moving. It's legitimately a haunted house. So shooting for a few days in this house, and we would be there until 4 in the morning sometimes. And I would find myself alone in like a room, like changing wardrobe or something. And I just felt like I was being watched. But it was a really fun experience, and I can't wait for everybody to see it.
I'm so excited. I love horror movies and
Same.
like I'm like, oh my God, having Lilith
That's
and Andy in a short horror film, this is my dream.
Yes, need more of it.
It's my dream too. I've horror like that's something we didn't talk about, but horror movies. That's some me and Andy. We have a rule. We have a rule.
Okay.
There's no watch. We do not watch anything. We don't really watch anything without each other. Like we save all of the movies and shows and stuff to watch together. But horror movies, like if there's a horror movie that just came out and we've been wanting to watch, like nothing makes us happier. We're just like, oh my God, we get into bed, we get our pats, we get our little treats. And we're like, okay, it's our favorite.
Wait, okay, so I have to ask, like, as of right now, your top horror movie.
Oh God.
Oh, top three. Make it easy.
My top, oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. I know there's so freaking many. Did you guys see the movie Deadstream?
Oh my God, watch it. Okay.
Watch it. Deadstream is it's awesome. Okay, I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's about this guy who's he's a streamer, and he was like a very popular streamer, and then like his show that he had was based off of like doing things that make him really scared and really uncomfortable. Long story short, he does something that kind of gets him canceled. So he decides, okay, it's been a while. I'm going to come back. I'm going to be apologetic. This live stream that I'm going to do is going to be in one of the most haunted houses in America. I've never seen a movie that is equal parts scary and funny at the same time. Because funny makes things like the levity of it makes it not scary anymore. But no, somehow this director achieved being able to have it be very funny and then horrifying at the same time. So Deadstream is super fucking good. I loved The Substance.
Ah, yes.
Of Substance.
Loved
so,
it.
So good. In fact, that movie, I remember when I was shooting the content for Popsicle, and I had come up with the idea of like turning myself into like a disgusting, slimy monster, and I was gonna be like, I'm the opposite of everything you've ever wanted me to be. And then that movie came out, and I was like, me and Demi Moore. Yeah, we get it. One of my top horror movies of all time is so sadly underrated and has the poorest Rotten Tomatoes score in existence, and that is As Above, So Below.
I love that one.
Thank you, my people.
It is so underrated.
It is very underrated. Like it's just like I would get claustrophobic going through the catacombs like that, and just like no, thank you.
I fucking love that movie. I love it so much. It's a comfort movie of mine. I have watched that movie. I won't watch any scary movies at home when Andy's not home, just because I like sleeping. But that movie, that I will watch that alone. I'll watch that alone at night in the dark. I love that movie so much. Such a good movie. And then I have to give honorary fourth to Barbarian. There we go. Barbarian.
That one was oh God, just the whole
So
concept
good.
of
so good. Yeah, those are my tops.
Lilith, just thank you so much for coming on. Once again, we just appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to just make room for us. We greatly appreciate it. We just loved having this conversation. Everyone watching, if you are not already following Lilith Czar, please go ahead and give her a follow. We'll have her links down in the description below. If you're not following us, go ahead and give us a follow. So hit that subscribe button. We will see you next week, BBB Army.
Bye, guys. Bye.